Seguí tu consejo. Era un gran consejo.
Well, the source code is about a computer program called the source code, which is a computer program that allows you to go back into somebody else's body for the last 8 minutes of their life. And in the case of this situation, my character is sent back into somebody else's body to prevent a catastrophe from happening.
Source code is about Jake Gyllenhaal, who plays the character Captain Coulter Stevens, who is a helicopter pilot who finds himself on a commuter train heading to Chicago. He's surrounded by people who seem to think they know who he is, but he's convinced that he's somebody else. Then the train blows up, then things go kind of weird. It's got a lot of things. You know, we're trying to do a lot of things at once, and I think we managed to get the blend just about right. It's you're right. It's a thriller that has some science fiction ideas. There's a romance in it. There's humor in it. A little bit of action. One of the things that I love about it is how fast it is. It just starts literally with a bang, and then it just goes at 100 kilometers an hour. It's great fun.
Bienvenido de nuevo, capitán.
¿Dónde estoy? Está dentro del código fuente.
¿Qué es el código fuente?
Es un programa informático, capitán.
El código fuente le permite introducirse en la identidad de otro hombre durante sus 8 últimos minutos de vida.
You know, I think essentially the origin is many, many things, but the sense of the ability to have I mean, it's obviously a psychological story, it's a philosophical idea, you know, who wouldn't ever want to go back to stop catastrophe from happening, and sort of want to save and to change the past is a sort of sense of where the story comes from.
I love the what if questions. I love looking at the world. Some of my favorite writers used to write what if books. You know, J.G. Ballard and Philip K. Dick. They were people who would take the world as it is and just tweak one thing and say, okay, but what if the world were like this? You know, what if this one thing were different? And I think that gives you a different insight. You know, it gives you it automatically gives you a new perspective on the world. And I think that's the element of science fiction I most enjoy.
I love science fiction because it offers you the opportunity to create your own reality in a way, and create rules inside or outside of that reality, and that nothing is how it seems. And I like that idea in general in the world, and I like that idea, translating that idea into movies. And I think science fiction gives you that opportunity, that people are not always what they seem like they are on the surface, which is what we say but all the time, but science fiction gives you opportunity to explore that.
Piénselo, capitán. ¿Quién puso la bomba?
No sé quién puso la bomba.
Vuelva a intentarlo.
Espere, no.
Bueno, ¿qué te parece?
Es el mismo tren, pero es distinto.
There's a few things. I mean, hopefully I'll get a chance in my career. I think I'm young enough to do a few different genres. But when Quentin Tarantino did Inglourious Bastards, I got very excited. I love and jealous. I'm a big fan of World War II guys on a mission movies. I loved The Dirty Dozen and Where Eagles Dare and A Bridge Too Far. So you know, I'd love to do one of those kind of World War II guys on a mission movies. It's interesting. I mean, I think there are some parallels between Source Code and my first film, Moon, and I think the question of identity and the question of not understanding exactly how you fit into an environment and why you're there in the first place is something that they both sort of play with. I don't know, I think the question of identity in general is something I find very interesting. I think it's fascinating that any individual has an idea of who they are, and then there's also an idea that other people have of them, and one of them is not more right than the other. You know, they're both just as valid.
Déjenme hacerlo.